Shalom, Israel, and the rest of the world. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. My name Wes Yahuda. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, after these Michael Dunn verdict came back, the verdict of mistrial on the count of first-degree murder. And I've been looking at CNN and, seeing what they're reporting and the local news and the things that they saying about Michael Dunn basically going to prison for 75 years. And, the injustice of him being let off on first-degree murder. First off, y'all really can't speak for us. I mean, I know it's irrefutable that there is an injustice there. That's undeniable. But my first point is nobody is yet to come try to hear our thoughts. The young black man in America, the one who y'all keep killing, and basically getting off with. But Zimmerman got a full pull of Michael Dunn. It's going to take him a little longer, but he hasn't been convicted of first-degree murder. He is a mistrial on that, which leaves everything shaky, and I'll explain that to you later. But ain't none of y'all all your reporting you're doing, you report us standing outside of the courtroom and show us on the cameras, but you had yet to come speak to the young black man to say what's going on, how you really feel, which further lets me know not only in the judicial system does our life not have any value or our word holds no weight, that even the reporting y'all trying to play like y'all care about us, y'all really don't care. The messed up thing about it is out of these other people that's out here rallying and want to come out and act like they care about us, a woman interrupted me in the middle of me speaking to my people out there in front of the courtroom. And a woman I knew who claimed to be fighting for justice, supposed to be like she on the forefront. But when you interrupt, you ain't been harassed by the police and beaten by the police because of you being a young black man. You ain't being racial profiled. You haven't been in a retail store and treated inferior, or just in the general public or at work, or not even hired for a job based upon you're a black American and you live in a certain kind of neighborhood based on your address. You haven't experienced none of that. Your family hasn't been dying and been getting sentenced by Angela Court. It's not hitting close to home like that. It's my family, my people. And when you interrupt a man who's speaking on these matters, who feeling these issues, who friend just died on a stand your ground type law right in front of my house. This man got killed the day before they released the verdict. Big E, rest in peace, Big E. But a friend of mine got killed the day before they released the verdict, a not guilty verdict on George Zimmerman. Come on, man. And you interrupt, that lets me know we still far away. You get what I'm saying? We still too far away. And I'm making this video for my people to try to hear me and listen to what I'm saying, man. And pay attention to what's going on. And start standing up and taking your place, young black man. Start standing up and saying something. That grass was too empty of us. It was too empty of young black men. Should have been hundreds of young black men out there. All the wolves in high school. Every young black man at Wilson High School went to school with Jordan Davis. Y'all should have filled that thing up, man. Every family member of Mr. Ron Davis should have been out there. Every young black man who is a father has a son, he should have been out there. Every young black man who is a son to a father should have been out there. Standing, letting me know, hey, man, we picking up our voice, man. We finna start standing in our place and taking our place. That's the only time it's gonna stop. That's when it's gonna happen. And you pastors, man, I'm calling you out, Rudolph McKissick. I saw you come out there, but when I asked you, like, man, where's your congregation? You won't respond. Oh, my congregation. Some of my congregation already been out here, brother. Well, where they was at then? When I asked you, all the people that's coming in and giving you all this money, all these people that you sucking the blood out of, man. Why you ain't leading your congregation out there for righteousness? You claim to be a true follower of Yeshua. Why y'all ain't out there? What you think he would have did? Man, come on, man. Rudolph McKissick, Var McLaughlin, Pastor Gunn. None of y'all congregation went out there. R.J. Washington, none of y'all congregation was out there. Two of y'all I just called ain't even show your face, ain't even speak, ain't say nothing. And I know one of you got a son. I know one of your sons. Until they hit home like that, then it's nothing. So I urge all my black people who see this video, man, if you going to these churches and you giving these people your money, stop. These are false prophets. These are false shepherds. They bleed the flock dry. Read Ezekiel 34th chapter. Read Jeremiah the 23rd chapter. That's what these chapters is talking about these people. They are not standing up for the injustice that's happening to our young black males, and they bleeding our young black women dry. Feeding you a lie, feeding you emotion and sensationalism in the pulpit every Sunday. But you suffering. All they doing is pacifying, and they work for these crackers that's killing us. They work as a pacifier for these crackers that's killing us. So again, I say I ain't seen none of their congregation out there. All 4 days, I was there on a loud horn, going off. I ain't seen none of them. The third point I want to touch on is how everybody keeps saying, oh, he going to jail for 75 years. Oh, you think those charges written in stone? First off, let's touch the point that at the beginning of this trial, he filed for a motion to change the venue because he felt like he would get a mistrial in Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, guess what happened? He got a mistrial on the initial charge. The initial charge is murder 1. He got the mistrial on that. So when they go back at him, which they got to do because he can go file an appeal and get and overturn all those charges on appeal because of the mistrial on the murder 1. Now, if they go back at him on the mistrial, guess what? He get to move for a change of venue, take it back to what the county he was trying to take it to in the beginning, where he'll most likely get mostly white males on the jury. And guess what? When that happens, then we're gonna have a problem. Because when he gets found not guilty and acquitted on the charge of first-degree murder, now these other charges gonna be in question, and those can be in chance of being overturned. Oh yeah, it's that real. It's that real, y'all. It's that real. Another thing I want to say is the prosecution. Everybody talking about the prosecution did their job, but ain't nobody said how weak of a case the prosecution put up. How the prosecution allowed Michael Dunn to sit there and humanize himself, talking about his dog Charlie and what he runs a software group, all the clay shooting him and his father did, and the family life he has, all the stuff that was irrelevant to the case, man. Stick to the relevance of the case, man. Stick to the particulars of the case. Why they didn't object when he was saying all that stuff that was irrelevant? He should have forced the defense to keep the questioning in the line of facts and evidence that's relevant to the case. No objection was there. The prosecution let him sit there and humanize himself before the jury, basically building some type of relationship with the jury, who were mostly white men and white women. One but 2 black women, 1 Hispanic man, and an Asian woman. The rest of them was white. Come on, man. Come on. You talking about they put up a good case? Man, they left all those holes, those loopholes open, and they left all that open for all that room for him to be let go. And nobody else is talking about the fact of the door that was cracked inside the courtroom, that the judge almost called everything a mistrial because he was concerned about what the jurors heard the at what the jurors heard the attorney say to the judge, or what the or maybe what the attorneys heard the jurors talking about. So something was going on. Something was going on. All that deliberation was going on. All that deliberation wasn't them working hard trying to come to it. Man, stuff was going on inside that courtroom, and you don't know, and you'll never know. Y'all better wake up, man. Y'all better wake up. Start standing out and putting your voice up, man. Start standing out and putting your word forth. I'm talking to young black men. Why wasn't no warrant issued for the fiance? She fled the scene too. She laid all that night, ate that pizza, chilled out. They walked the dog and did all that. She didn't call the police one time. One time, man, she saw it on the news that somebody had them being killed. Why is she not accessory to the murder after the fact? Why is she not accessory? Why did she get charged with that? We all know if that would have been a black man and a black woman, that both of them would have been on trial. The woman would have been the accessory. Straight up. Straight up. Either that or she would have to say he kidnapped me against my will. Then they would have been kidnapping on the man. Y'all better wake up and realize, man, what's going on. Go read about the Dred Scott deal, man. For real, Google that. And find out who you really are to this nation, black man and black woman. Look that Dred Scott deal up, man. Read that thoroughly. Read that thoroughly. You still an illegal alien, man. 3/5 of a man. You don't have. This is why it is like it is. This is why your right to vote has to be renewed. Every so many years, your right to vote has to be renewed. George Bush almost didn't even renew it. He pushed it off 2 times. Man, the same night, this is a big problem. The same night, 5 people got shot in the Fat Cat nightclub. The same night they got the verdict back from Dunn, 5 people get shot. 1 person died, another person got life-threatening injuries. 3 more people got shot. My prayer go out to those families, man. And to the people that still surviving and fighting for their life. I pray for y'all. I pray for the situation. I pray for the healing of the situation. But we got to do better, man. We got to do better as people. And if there was something done before that to lean it up, I'm not saying that this justifies the act of somebody shooting inside of a nightclub. I'm saying that the actions that led up to that. If somebody was at fault, we got to treat each other better, man. We got to do better by each other. We can't anger our brothers to the point to where they want to fight, stab, shoot, or kill. We can't. We got to do better. We got to treat each other better. We got to value each other more, because these other people ain't valuing our life. They ain't valuing the very words that come out of our mouth. They don't value the way we feel. But when the situation is out on blast and everybody know this is the wrong situation, and they want to try to act like, oh, we really care, but they don't want to hear nothing from you about it. What news reporter done went in these hoods and said, man, how do you feel? What young black man are we stopping? They kept trying to shy the camera away from me until I brought my family out there, till they seen I was a man that take care of my family, that love my family and love myself. They even tried to overtalk me, but when I stood up for myself, that's the only time the police swamped in like they did. Thankfully that the Chief Andre was out there, and he was he was all right guy, but they were ready to smash on me, man, just for standing up for myself when I was being interrupted for speaking my mind. You know, it's a shame, man, but you got a young white woman done killed 22 people out here. Admit she a Satanist, but this country is built around y'all. Y'all still killing people like this, man. Still. It took hundreds of years for y'all to get us into the shape we in. We built this country, man. Made the stoplight, the gas mask, the almanac, your clocks, built the car before Ford. Man, there's too many inventions. We represent order, man. We represent order. It took hundreds of years for it, but we can turn this over. Black people, y'all better wake up, man. That's all I got to say about that, man. The stuff that hasn't been said, I'm going to say it. This Westside Hooter being touched by the spirit of the Most High to preach these words, man. Because I'll die for every last one of these young black men and women that you see out here. And I'm going to keep fighting, man. I'm going to keep fighting. Watch for it. Lay around for